Oh! How was that? I can't do that very well. My name's Steve Jaguar. Welcome to BeerNative TV, another BeerNative beer review. I hope things are going well. I just noticed new features on here, and it looks like my connection is fairly good. All right, amazing. That's good to know. If you're new to the channel and you've never watched it before, great. Why not subscribe? Tell your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Do what you got to do. It's not for me. It's for people like you who are looking for videos like this that talk about beer and inform people about what's good and what's bad, etc. Awesome. All right, that's gone across enough times. I also have a website. You can see it. It's probably, I lost it. It's just off the end there. BeerNative TV, where I'm working on all sorts of cool stuff to do with statistics and locations and all the beers that I have. I almost got it working, except I almost got a YouTube strike for automating the upload of my videos. So I've obviously got to fix that because I had some malformed data. But let's get back to the review. Let's remove that from the equation. The beer that I'm going to be reviewing tonight is Pomona Island's Chevron Action Flash. Why is that such an awesome beer that I had to be certainly sure that I would review it? Let's take a quick look back at the what it looks like. And there's the beauty. Ooh. Now it's a little bit dangerous because it's a 10% TIPA, but take a look at the can itself. Now, if you've not been alive for that long, you're probably thinking, why is this so important? Indulge me for a moment to explain, or better yet, let someone else explain.
This week's Allen trade is fashion. Now I'm not Giorgio Armani. I'm Alan Partridge. But my name has become associated with a certain look. A look I define as sports casual. Yvonne, tell me what you think as we look at a partridge in Paris. A partridge in Paris. Alan Partridge in Paris. The first look is what you'd wear to drive to Paris. It's called Cruiser Arriviste. Canary yellow shirt, horizon blue Stay Crease action slacks, cap, Polaroids, tan stringback driving gloves. It's a look that says, I'm in control of my vehicle. Who's this cool customer? Ice white shoes, ice white socks with navy blue double cadet stripe. A pair of shorts, t-shirt with Chevron Action Flash. Long du sport. Man of sport. The tossed pink sweater that says I'm in Paris and nothing's going to stop me.
Yes, if you had not seen that before, and that predates my existence in the UK. So I had to rely on my friend Tom Stiles to imitate that entire spiel for me on repeat so that I even understand the relevance of Chevron Action Flash, or the Chevron Action Flash t-shirt. The other kind of bizarre reason that has relevance to me is strange. Let me just share my screen. It's because I play a sport called Ultimate Frisbee. And since just before I joined here, no coincidence, this team exists in Manchester called Chevron Action Flash. And I easily described, if you're in the Ultimate Frisbee scene, as the second best team in the UK. Not the first. But they're in Manchester. And there's another interesting link, is that this brewery that made this beer is in Salford, which is pretty much ish Manchester. So there's kind of a strange connection going on. Action is our middle name, where there's lots of lines being drawn between all of this. So let's get down to the beer. And if you notice, the Chevron Action Flash t-shirt is a accurate display of what this can's art. So this can's going to get a great art review. I'm telling you that right now. So what I'm going to do, let's go back to the actual brewery, Pomona Island, and share, so I educate you a little bit about them, what I can educate you on. We don't want to subscribe. Well, maybe I do want to subscribe. But when you go there and it says Pomona Island, great. I can't scroll and do anything. Well, I can do that. But it tells me it's in Salford, which is great. But there's no about. I couldn't learn about them, which I really like to do. And when I just did a Google search on about, I actually I found there's a brewery path, which isn't advertised on their site. and I saw a photo. At least I found out that they began in 2017. And I can see Mersey Bears is on here, and he's like the guru. So he's going to tell me more because he's up from around there. If assuming he's still watching, if you know the history of this, please whack it into the chat. Adam, that'd be sweet. What is interesting that I did find, if you know Pomona Island, then you can check out this Manchester Evening News where they talk about how the Pomona Island, this big thing here, was derelict from the 70s, and then they started refurbing it. So I kind of hope that it was a product of that refurb. They turned it into something that makes beer, which rocks. Now, I don't know the rest of the story. I would love to find it. And if somebody watching this knows, please leave it down in the comments. That would be sweet. The beer, of course, we're trying, which, let me just blow that up a little bit, is this one, Chevron Action Flash. You can see the price of it. Woo! Pretty much £8 for a pint of beer. But it's a 10% TIPA that says this beer means business. Contents: ice white Cryo Citra Simcoe with a double cadet stripe, Sabro with a Chevron Action Flash, and Strata that says, I'm a Triple IPA and nothing's going to stop me. They know what they're doing. So Cryo Citra is already like the beast of the IPA world, one of the strongest tropical and grapefruit aroma and flavors that you can get with a really powerhouse bitter. To get a Cryo Citra is going to have some impact, particularly when you back it with 10% alcohol. Whoa. Simcoe is a little more lenient, maybe a little bit earthy, but similar. But Sabro's got some strange new flavors in it that sometimes I find bring a bit of parsley or mint or different kind of bitter to it. So we'll see what happens. So this should be really interesting. When you amplify it with 10%, then we don't know what we're going to get. Pretty sweet. So let's get rid of that. Oh, I've got the wrong beer in the background. How dare I do that? I'm not a professional at all. Let's do that. There we go. Now we can see Chevron Action Flash in the background. All right, let's pop this. This is the only beer this is the only one I'm going to have today because it's 10%. I'm basically opening up part of a can of wine, essentially. And I've got my festival glass. Another one of these festivals is coming up soon. I do like the Beer 52 festivals. They're doing a St. Paddy's Day box, and I'll be there watching the tastings and things. And if you do like those things, I'll drop into the after party. So maybe I'll see anybody watching this there. That would be cool. Have a live chat, actually meet humans. Strange. So I opened that pretty far away from my face, and I got a bit of a flood, which is great. That's what I want. It's pretty thick. It doesn't say it's a New England IPA, but it does have some of the oaty goodness that we expect in a beer like this to have a bit of haze. It's gone quick. I've put this nowhere near my face, and I'm already getting hit with basically the scent of, which possesses the scent of Hawaiian tropics. It smells like orange juice. I was told I don't like getting like what I would call it sneak previews or trailers or teasers. That's it. Spoilers even. But I was told I would like it, so we'll see. First sip. Okay, I didn't even tilt the glass. I opened my mouth, and it walked in. It slid smooth. It's thick. It's dense. It's like concentrate. Well, I guess that's what cryo kind of is, but it tastes like concentrate. It's like concentrated juice. Oh, I can feel it. You know when you can feel it go down. Some people don't like. Some people say, "Oh, it's got alcohol burn." Oh, it's 10%, right? You're gonna notice it, but it's not like a whiskey burn. It's like a wine tart. Let's call it that. Try one more because you always get shocked by TIPAs right off the start. So. Okay, now I'm getting the pine and the Sabro and the kind of mintiness. It's actually hitting the mark. Dangerously so. It's a real slow sipper. This is not an easy drinker by any stretch of the imagination. This is as slow as the deepest, darkest Imperial Stout, but it's got a really nice, juicy, kind of minty resin. I want to give it one more shot here. There's stone fruit. There's one other thing that I'm going to have to get out of my brain, but it really hits the back of your throat and kind of spins out your nose. You know, some people say tobacco, and I really hate. Like, I'm a real non-tobacco guy, but if there's like a brandy dipped cigar kind of thing, I can kind of do that. At a really high end, there is that sort of getting you, which is actually it's not unpleasant. It's all right. Yeah. Wow, beefy. Okay, I'm gonna rate it. This is totally biased, but artwork, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because I saw this on Instagram and I was like desperate, like how I have to have one of these. It's too cool. And I think that's going to happen. So packaging, it's pretty standard 3. So whatever, you know, great artwork, great effort. I don't know. I guess you're not going to get sued for doing that. So that makes me think, how has somebody not done this already? Right. So credit to Pomona Island for doing that. And then, so I'm starting off at an 8. Accuracy, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it's particularly unique, but it's good. I like the Cryo plus the Sabro. So extra points for a bit of hop experimentation and a 4. On top of accuracy, like what it said, I would have said ice white Sabro. Sabro has more of an icy cool to it, but it doesn't really matter. It's accurate. So I'm going to go 4 and 4. I'm going to give it so that's 2 8s. I'm at 16. Do I like it? I might go 8.5. I might give it a 24.5 just to complicate things, because I can now on Untappd, I can do 0.1 scores, which I want to abuse for some reason. So that's going to give me a 4.1 or 4.2, which I think it deserves. So there we are. 24.5 out of 30 on that one. A really good triple IPA. It's not just fashion, it's function, it's substance. It's sport casual. All right, excellent. Thanks for watching now and in the future. I realize I haven't done as many reviews lately because I'm like flipping jobs and all sorts of crazies happening in my life. So I apologize for that, and I'll try and get back on it. I do have another one pre-recorded that I'm trying not to get a YouTube strike for uploading in an automated way. So you'll see that probably on the weekend, and it's also worthwhile. So check that out. My name is Steve Giguere. Thank you, Merseyside, for watching. Thank you, Tom Stiles, for tuning in, and thank you for watching in the future. Tell your friends. This has been Steve Giguere, a BeerNative beer review of Pomona Island's Chevron Action Flash. Steve out.
This week's Allen trade is fashion. Now I'm not Giorgio Armani. I'm Alan.